Hey, it's John Matz coming at you again with another Guy Eklund video. We just got today the 2014 FZ-09. A lot of press on it already. We're going to try to do in this video more of the things that you might not know about the bike. So we're going to focus on that today. One of the major things everybody that's been around Yamaha for a long time is realizing about this bike is just how many things are different. You know, the wheel castings, they've never done wheel castings like this before. Headlight fixture, brake light fixture. We're going to look at all the switch gear. They have a new engine start button. It's even different from the new FGR, which they redid last year. The gauge display, you know, the frame, obviously the motor, they haven't done a triple in a long time, and this motor's all new. Every single part of this bike is, just about all of it is completely from the ground up for this design, which is really exciting. We haven't seen anything like that, you know, out of Asia for a long time, where they're kind of reinventing the slate, and you know, so we're going to focus on some of that stuff. You can kind of zoom in. A lot of us can't get over. Everybody's kind of just going crazy over the blue, violet, indigo wheels. You can't, you know, hardly tell exactly what color they're going for, but they do look very good. And if you come around this side, you can see it's an 847 triple with the cross-plane technology, four valve per cylinder. Does not have a slipper clutch. That's not really seemed to be making its way into the press. It doesn't feature a slipper clutch. It's, you know, to us it's no surprise. I mean, you know, $8,000 vehicle, probably not going to have everything, but there is a lot to it still yet. A lot of new aluminum and things like that. The gauge display and the switch gear. Let's have a look at that. This is all different for a Yamaha bike. Of course, the key ignition is the same, but you've got kind of this slide down engine start kill switch button. Your throttle mode, which can be changed. We know about the throttle modes, but you know, that can be changed at any time you're off the throttle. You've got an A setting, a B setting, and a standard setting. You've got kind of you've actually got a high beam flasher, and it's really, the switch gear feels really nice. High beam, low beam. The turn signal switch is different. The horn switch. If you zoom in on the gauges do actually a few things that we've all been beating up Yamaha for a long time. You do have a gear position indicator, and you've got, you know, 2 trip meters, but it keeps going. You have fuel efficiency. That's kind of a neat one. Average fuel efficiency. That's just the thermostat there. You have ambient air temp as well as the thermostat, you know, and then all the other classic Yamaha, you know, your time, your odometer, and things like that. This up here kind of fills in as a digital gauge meter, and you actually do have a full-on fuel gauge. That's what's going on in that section over there. So there's, you know, it's a really comprehensive gauge package for as small as that is, and you know, certainly for a bike at this price, that's the most instrumentation you could ask for. And as you zoom in, you can kind of go, you know, and look at all the fit and finish of the new castings. I mean, this little, you know, clutch basket carrier. They've got this little vented electronics beautifully, you know, kind of tucked away in there. And actually, this little guy here, this little trick flip guy, if you can see that right there, you open that guy up, and it's a concealed key carrier. And then the, you know, the tumbler, of course, releases a seat, and this is kind of what we're looking at underneath the seat of this bike. And, you know, looking at the subframe, it's, when you see these bikes in person, they are actually a lot more compact in person than they even look like online. And I know online they look small already, but this truly is, you know, they say it's 414 pounds wet, and I believe it. I mean, just moving around the shop just now, getting it in here, it feels like a 690 Enduro. I mean, there's not a lot of weight to it, not a lot of width. It's a 32-inch seat height, so if you've got a 32-inch inseam or maybe even a little less, it's going to feel downright ideal to you. So very comfortable. If you're a little bit shorter, I'm sure we can, you know, adjust suspension and things like that. Static sag, set it down, or, you know, they'll probably come up with lowering links for it too. But it's everybody that sat on it, supernatural ergonomics. To my knowledge, and I think on somewhere in Yamaha it says this is the first ever Yamaha sport bike fitted with a tapered fit aluminum handlebar, so it's kind of for moto guys who like having their wrists kind of kinked straight out. It's just super natural. It's totally natural riding position. Gearbox is a 6-speed. I didn't mention that before. It's a 180/55 tire on the back. I know some people were asking about that, and people are asking about the tires too. Each bike is a little different. I see there's Bridgestone battle axes on here, and there's Dunlop qualifiers on this one. So it looks like they're kind of rolling with the tire suppliers. They did have to re-gear up for production on these because they sold, I think, once or twice over their initial allocation. You're going to see a lot of that sold signs on them. I think we cruised through half of our allocation already. So if you're looking for one, you definitely want to make arrangements to seal the deal on it, because it's, you know, it's a whole lot of bike and it's all new, you know, so it's very exciting. Really good colors. I think these are our two favorites right now, the liquid graphite and I can't remember what they call that, orange I'll call it, but you know, a very sharp bike for that kind of dose. So, you know, if you have any questions on it, just give us a holler at 920-734-7134 at Eklund Motorsports Appleton. We'll be able to help you out. All right, take care.